That's what happens when you're around with body. And I put that in my mommy. I will never give my heart to a I can just make a dance that goes with this song. Then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, all in it. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that, shake that. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that. Shake it. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuits, black Pippins. I swag different. That's why the money in the bag different. Come up short, you have your fam.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, it's time for the AFC Championship. And to call the action, as they have all year, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 52? We'll know shortly as we are underway in the AFC title game. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bud Dupree coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
But if you're a fan of defense, especially this defense, you like what you're seeing here in the early going. Play with some great energy. Already have a sack. And on that one, came back and forced an incompletion. They're getting after him.
And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Dobbs to throw. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Dobbs. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Forced out to his left. And James has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Michael Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one after the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Javon Hargrave. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
No second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. A handoff to Fournette. And an alley to run. And now running right through it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
In motion left is Perriman. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. The gun, Dobbs dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. In motion left comes Bryant. Now a first down carry by Bell. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go! Ohio! Here we go!
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
In motion left is Perriman. Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Dobbs is throwing. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. In motion left is Perriman. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
In motion left is Perriman. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Evades the tackler and now some space. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Second down now after the pass completion. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third and short.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Lee. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Second down now after the sack. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's Roethlisberger. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So on fourth down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we send you down. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Dobbs. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the play clock's running down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Doug Marrone has made the call. His guys are going for it. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
Brandon, this is a good spot in the field to go for it. A lot of coaches call this no man's land. A field goal is no sure thing, and neither is a punt. They made the right choice, went for it, and picked up the first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And this one's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
So they'll put Bryant in motion left. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the pass or making a play in space against a ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
Back to throw Dobbs. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. And the D looking like they may blitz. On 3rd down, here's Bell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Hearns the man in motion left. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Rolling to his right. Completes it to Lee. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. The Jaguars on third down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And tough starting field position here.
Let's go! What? Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Ohio! Come on!
Here's a give to Bell running left. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. 138.
From the shotgun, here's Downs.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And now out come the Jags. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long, so the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's got Will Tye complete. 23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll give this to Bell running right. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. In motion left is Perriman. Again, it's Bell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Dobbs looking deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play on third there for the Steelers. 43 yards. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And the crowd on its feet, and understandably so. They are Super Bowl bound after taking that knee.
How about the ability to celebrate not just winning a championship, but to do it with your fans on your home field? What a great collaboration for them all year long.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss